You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hellgate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday the 28th of April, 2026. It is 39 days after the spring equinox. It is 54 days before the summer solstice. In today's episode, a wily sheep, Oskar Schindler, Zones of Immaterial Pictorial Sensibility, and Alice Waters of Chez Panisse. The sun rises today at 5:58 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1:53 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:49 p.m., civil twilight ends at 8:18 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 8:54 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 23 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing gibbous phase and is 91% full at midday. The moon sets today at 4:20 a.m., and then it rises again at 5:05 p.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 3:58 a.m., 18 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 9:58 a.m., 1 meter 46. In the afternoon, low tide, 2:57 p.m., 21 centimeters. At night, high tide, 10:09 p.m., 1 meter 68. In our shared realm of plants and animals, crepe myrtle trees have begun leafing out. They won't bloom until the end of summer. Through the barren months, these trees' bark has been a lovely sight, smooth and variegated in tones running from ochre to warm reddish brown. Now the trunks are complemented by the new green leaves. Mulberries that are old enough to fruit are leafing out as well, and all along their branches you can observe the tiny fruits, hard and green, beginning to develop. When they fruit near the solstice, they are prodigious. And it's interesting to note that beech trees have still not leafed out, among the last of the trees still in their dormancy. Commemorations. On this day in 2004, Shrek the sheep was shorn. The wily merino sheep from New Zealand had managed to avoid being rounded up with the rest of the herd for his annual shearing for an astounding 6 years. When he was finally caught, he was sheared on national television and became a celebrity across New Zealand. His shorn fleece weighed in at 60 pounds, enough to make 20 men's suits. Later that year, he was brought to Parliament to meet the Prime Minister on his 10th birthday. And 30 months later, he was again shorn, this time on an iceberg floating off the southern coast of the country. Remember the intrepid Shrek the sheep today. Today we remember Oskar Schindler, born this day in 1908 in what was then the Austro-Hungarian Empire. He is an unlikely hero. A member of the Nazi Party, he was an industrialist who operated factories staffed by incarcerated Jews during World War II. But in the midst of the Holocaust, he became a protector of the Jews under his charge. Using bribes and delaying tactics, and by working his contacts with the Nazi regime, he managed to save 1,200 Jewish people from being sent to the death camps. And as the war dragged on, he began to have contact with the Jewish underground. By the end of the war, he had spent his entire fortune on his efforts. He and his wife are buried on Mount Zion in Jerusalem, and they were named Righteous Among the Nations by Yad Vashem in 1993. Remember Oskar Schindler today. Today we remember Yves Klein, born this day in 1928. The French artist was a member of the New Realist school that emerged in the 1950s. One of his projects was the sale of what he called Zones of Immaterial Pictorial Sensibility. In exchange for pure gold, collectors could purchase a notional space containing nothing but pure air. And if they burned the receipt, Klein would throw the gold into the Seine River. He is also famous for the paint he formulated. A lustrous blue, he dubbed it International Klein Blue, and held exhibitions in which all the paintings and objects were monochromes painted in the pigment. He also hosted events at which nude models were covered in International Klein Blue and made body prints on canvas in front of invited audiences. Remember Eve Klein, artist and showman, today. Today we wish a happy birthday to Alice Waters, born this day in 1944. The founder of the Bay Area restaurant Chez Panisse, she has been a powerful advocate for the farm-to-table movement, encouraging the use of locally grown, seasonal ingredients. She has also worked to improve school lunches, setting up opportunities for kids to grow, harvest, and eat their own vegetables. Happy birthday, Alice Waters. Today, Workers' Mourning Day is observed in Canada. Flags will fly at half-staff around Canada as the nation remembers workers who have been killed, injured, or suffered illness in the workplace due to unsafe conditions. At 11 a.m., Canadians are asked to keep a moment's silence in remembrance and recommit to achieving safer, healthier workplaces. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 28th of April, 2026.